Bye. Alright, so dressed, makeup done, children are eating breakfast. So it's a pretty okay start to the day, except it's 9:30. So we're a bit late today. Everybody stayed up late last night because it was Thanksgiving. And we had dinner, and then we had dessert. And then a couple of the kids had second dessert, and they ended up not going to bed until a bit later. And then we had to do some of the cleanup, obviously, because, you know, cooking turkeys and ham and everything else was a big mess. So today I've already made the bed, which drives me crazy because I think our comforter might be a queen and we have a king-size bed. So our sheets hang over, but the comforter is not long enough, so it drives me bonkers. But we won't be bringing that bed with us, so I only have to deal with it for another, you know, 8 months or so. And then the rest of the day, I think, well, not the rest, but for some of the day I'm going to spend cleaning up our bedroom, because if you see, our bedroom is kind of the catch-all for whatever is in the rest of the house that does not belong. So I often put it in the laundry baskets and then bring it up to our room, and then basically, there we go. And then basically it just stays here. So I have to go through all of this stuff, as well as probably do some packing, because today is Tuesday and we leave on Sunday. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days. And in those 5 days I have voice lessons this evening, and then we have piano tomorrow. And then the kids are going to go for a sleepover on Friday and Saturday night, and Dustin's going out on Saturday night. So we have a lot of things to do. When I bring Dustin and his friend to the event, I'm actually going to go out and buy, I'm going to make a list this week of things that we're missing for our trip, that I can just run to Walmart or somewhere, you know, that's open a bit later, and just grab it. And so that's what I'll be doing without children, which never happens. So that will be the rest of the week before we go. And then, like I said, today, gonna clean up this room, see what else I can do for packing. And also, Dustin has the van today. He went to take the boom lift back. And since our truck is no longer insured, because we insure it only for a month at a time randomly when we need it, because we don't usually need it. Dustin uses his commuter car to get to work, and then I drive the van, so the truck's usually just sitting here unless we need to actually do something. And it doesn't have insurance right now, so the van is essentially the same thing, has the same sort of everything. So yeah, he just used that to bring it back. And so I am without a vehicle for right now anyway. If I have an emergency, I can obviously drive one of the other vehicles that we have, because we do have the truck and the car still here, but I can't really safely drive 6 children in vehicles that only hold 6 people, especially when they have airbags, and I don't like putting my kids in the front seat. So unless there's an emergency, we're home today. So cleaning, packing, more cleaning for the kitchen, and then Dustin stuck the turkey in the Instapot to start on some soup for tonight. And let's see what we can get accomplished. Oh yeah, and the kids also have to do their school, because they're still behind from signing up late. They signed up on the 25th of September, so they're still kind of catching up and doing their September stuff, as well as trying to get through their October stuff. So we have to play catch up with that. And you know, it doesn't really sound like a whole lot, you know, just clean the house and kids have to do school, but it will take up probably the whole day. Next step. Cheerios. So many Cheerios. And welcome to nap time. It is 10:15. Normally he naps around 10 to 10:30. And there he is. And it was a holiday weekend, so it was 3 days, and Dustin forgot to get milk on Friday. So yesterday we ran out of milk. So right now, he's drinking some eggnog, which is made out of milk, so kind of the same idea, right? It's a little festive, but yeah, we don't have any milk. We ran out last night, and I don't have the van, so I can't go get milk. We have to wait until Dad gets home after around dinner time, so he just has to have some nog. But he doesn't mind. He actually doesn't mind too much if you put like water in his bottle at night too. It's just something I think that he wants for comfort more than anything, so thankfully he's not super fussy and the milk is not a big deal. I spent about 15 minutes cleaning off the table and the bench. Then Eli needed to be changed and go down for his nap. Then I'm going to go downstairs and vacuum in there as well. And the kids were doing their schoolwork. Well, the 3 older ones, Abby's already done. The work that they do actually has where it tells you the percentage that you've done of your work, and she's done about half of it for, well, 50% I guess. So she's just sitting there watching Tangled. And can we just talk about Rapunzel for a minute? Like, how does that story even make sense? Like, I would be terrified. That's kind of a terrifying story. You find out that your mom isn't actually your mom and she just kidnapped you and you're a princess. I mean, overall, you're a princess, so the ending is pretty good. But to be kidnapped for, you know, the first good part of your life and then find out that your life is a whole lie and your parent actually just kidnapped you and brought you away to a tower it's a strange story. Right, Eli? Yeah, so once I get him to sleep, I will usually turn on the radio because the radio helps drown out the noise of the rest of the house, like the kids running around, yelling, screaming, asking for things, and then he'll sleep longer. So I turn on the radio for him to hear that. Eli's now awake from his nap. He's up there. I'm on the landing that goes down from our bedroom to the kitchen because we have an old house. And the master bedroom is basically where the servants' quarters were. So there's a door that goes to the kitchen and a door that goes to the bathroom and then little stairs that go downstairs. So Eli took about half an hour to go to sleep. So I vacuumed the dining room. Battery ran out. So I plugged it in. We'll finish vacuuming after. And I tried filling up the kettle to make some tea, and as it turns out, our cistern is empty. Our cistern has our potable drinking water because we can't drink our well water. It has too many nitrates or nitrites, not sure which one. We have our cistern, which is just like this giant holding tank downstairs, and it apparently the pump, we think because it's leaking water on the ground, we think that the pump basically might have broken a seal or we might have to replace the pump. So we have no water, we have no milk. So currently the kids are downstairs drinking Shirley Temples because we did have that stuff left over from Thanksgiving yesterday. Thanksgiving drinks for the kids were Shirley Temples. So we have a bit of juice, a bit of soda, and some grenadine. So they don't typically have those, so that's a nice treat for them, I guess. We'll be eating leftovers for lunch because those don't require water, they just require heating. And Dustin will come home, and he was going to get a load of water because he just go into town 5 minutes away, load up the water container that we have, and then fill up the cistern. But if it's the pump itself that's not working, then that means that it'll just leak all over the floor again, so that would be redundant. We'll see how the rest of this day goes. I did actually have a good morning because I called into the radio station and won tickets to The Illusionists, which will be coming to the city near us in April. So that'll be kind of cool. We checked them out on YouTube and it looks actually pretty cool. Even the kids were pretty impressed. Theo really likes magicians. So rather than a date night, maybe I will take him on a mother-son date. I was going to say father and then daughter, and that's totally the opposite of what I was going for. Anyway, so Eli's awake. I'm going to go grab him and give him some lunch and find some lunch and heat it up for the kids downstairs and continue with our day. here is why we have to vacuum 3 times a day. So when the lights go out, you know you're good to go. What are you doing over there, baby? So, this morning was pretty good. We got lots of stuff done. And then it came to getting Callie to pack, and that was just a gong show. She's still not done. So, basically, last couple of hours was doing nothing, just trying to get her to do stuff. Figuring out Halloween costumes to bring with us. And I did get Theo packed though, so that's good. And the vacuum's charged now, so I can finish the living room. And then upstairs in the bedroom, once Eli wakes up, he just went down for a second nap. And then I didn't make soup because we don't have carrots and things like that. So I didn't make soup because we don't we don't have the stuff for soup. So I'm not really sure what to put in it. We'll just end up making leftovers. The kids had some whatever they found for lunch, so it won't be a repeat of lunch to have the ham and the turkey and stuff like that again. Yeah, long day. I am so tired. And a post actually came up on Facebook that said basically this time 5 years ago when I was pregnant with Abby, I was really sick, and they were considering it being the HG2, so there's yet another reason why I'm gonna believe that it's a girl, because that was with Abby. So yeah, I get sick with my girls, but that gives me an excuse to eat ice cream because it's cold, and it's one of the few things that I actually can't eat. So I did get a little bit of our laundry done and our laundry cleanup. That's what you can hear over there. I tried doing most of it on the weekend, doing some now so that we can pack up a couple of the things and tidied up. During the weekend, we basically kind of tried. We were really busy, so I washed the laundry, but it mostly got dumped on the floor. So I tidied all that up and folded it, put it away. And I'm finding that the laundry system that we have right now does not work for us. So this is kind of what we have right now, where we hang up the clothes and the kids can put them away. They have more clothes up here, and then their clothes go in the baskets, but the baskets are just getting too small.